Now we jump over to Texas, where rescue teams are in day 7 of their search for over more than 160 people missing. You saw those deadly flash floods ravaged hill country last week. 120 are confirmed dead. Now, the community is looking to rebuild and recover, and Governor Greg Abbott plans to directly address flood alerts in the Texas special session later this month. And on Capitol Hill yesterday, Senator Ted Cruz called for an expansion of the state's emergency alarm system.
For many of those in harm's way, including the campers at Camp Mystic, they likely did not hear those alerts. A system of alarms and sirens along the Guadalupe River, I think, makes a lot of sense. Legislature will be meeting in special session, and I expect they will examine this very closely.
CBS News national reporter Karen Hua joins us now from hard-hit Kerrville, Texas. Once again, Karen, good morning to you. So what are county officials doing to assess that failed alert system?
Well, good morning to you, Earl. So at every single press conference since Friday, several officials have refused to directly answer what exactly happened with these emergency alerts. We have some officials defending their actions, saying that they saved more than 200 people and evacuated more than 100 homes in that first hour of the flooding on July 4th. Now, some officials, like yesterday, a Kerrville police sergeant said this situation could have been much worse. But other residents disagree, saying that an earlier emergency alert system could have maybe saved lives, or even that outdoor public siren system could have definitely done something to prevent all of this tragedy. Again, something lawmakers are certainly going to be looking into and hopefully investing in by next summer.
Yeah, and in the meantime, Karen, I spoke with a public information officer from one of those volunteer fire departments going about these search and rescue efforts, and he said they're finding remains every single day, which really stunned me. Where do search efforts stand today?
Well, Errol, we're on day 7 of search efforts, and while officials have not come out directly and called this a recovery mission, we do know that hope is waning as the days go on. The last known survivor was found on Friday, the 4th of July, 7 days ago. So we don't, of course, want to jump to any conclusions. We know anything can happen. But just in doing the simple math here, if there are already about 120 people confirmed dead, if most of the 170 or so folks who are missing are also not found alive, that means this death toll could be almost 300. Now, Governor Abbott has said that they won't stop until they find every single person, make sure everyone's accounted for. So we're still hearing helicopters flying over every few hours, but we know their search efforts continue, and that's going to continue on today. Errol?
Yeah, and we know in that press conference yesterday, they said if you've reported someone missing and they've turned up, let local officials know so they can be removed from that very high missing list. Karen, thank you very much. A federal disaster declaration has allowed FEMA to deploy its resources to the flooded area, but President Trump has said he wants to shut the agency down. The former FEMA administrator from the Biden administration talked about this on the Daily Report last night.
There's a general misunderstanding nationally of the role that FEMA plays. We often hear, where is FEMA? And FEMA is not that firefighter that is going to come in there in the first few minutes after. They come in and support afterwards when it exceeds capacity. And when you look at a state like Texas, probably the most capable state in the United States, and they still needed to ask for assistance to come in and help, what does that mean if FEMA's not there? And these smaller states or smaller jurisdictions also have a big event. Are they going to be able to handle it on their own? I think change is needed, absolutely, but it has to be a thoughtful conversation with our state and local partners to understand what they're frustrated with so we can make meaningful change and make government work for them.
Now, President Trump argues states should take on more responsibility when responding to extreme weather and other natural disasters.